Profek is desperately trying to save his teammate, but instead it's Camo and Kiko, the deadly duo, trying to turn the tide. Kiko looking to do everything, but now it's left all onto one. Paditek to try and fight this one back, caught in the air, and Profek does the damage.
Attacking side to start out here on Lotus. And already there is going to be a little bit of a brawl onto Levin. He's got pressured, 3 players there, sliding in off the stun. It's wonderful. An opening pick onto Serial. The spike down. Does he want to stay aggressive? Keep that control? He was thinking about it. The right
Camo has a decent idea that Yumpy is just around this corner, waiting patiently, maybe not, in fact, pushing into the smoke. The second one, wow, that's a little bit of luck that has got a very long way. A headshot onto Nats, leaving just 2 standing. I don't really see a way back into this one, and while the dink is only going to make things that little bit worse for Kiko, in fact, it will be flawless. Opponents have gone for an outlaw. Let's not risk it, and let's try something a bit cheeky.
Already up close. It's a bit of a risky play, but almost has its reward. In fact, with Kiko trading out, that's good enough. Barrier mesh blocking off Hobbit. And now having to break off the little bits. It's a bait. Beautiful setup. Levin punishing Kiko as he attempts to take down Yumpy, who's spamming on the wall, and then they flood in a sea of Cyan again, even deeper in the hopes of stopping and slowing that play. And Team Liquid aren't even going there. They're looking elsewhere. This deadlock ult thrown through on the B side.
Oh, not yet, it hasn't. Where's it going?
Gambled wrong.
He's going for the rebound. Well, at the time that's taken, Magnum has done an incredible job spamming through. Eventually, Paditek will take him down, but the damage is done. Magnum's quick rotation back to B after starting on the C site has very quickly turned the tide. Okay, the drone's gone the wrong way. That's about all that Paddy can hope for. On 1 versus 4, an ace needed, half HP.
11-1 defensive half when they first, it was the first time they brought the comp out, whichever team it was. We know there's not necessarily a weakness to playing double sentinel. They need this round on BBL. The 7-5 half. It could be a savior. And with Profek up top, taking the triple, it looks like they've locked it in. This is BBL. At halftime, Team Liquid certainly shaped up a decent attack. And Tom, it's not like we're expecting the double sentinel comp to be very weak on the defense. It looks like an uphill battle for BBL.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the Neon will differ from the Jet. Getting past these sensors is always going to be difficult. To see if the pace can work out already. They're trying to utilize those salvos to create a more disjointed push. And well, I don't know how Nats was that confident in the position of Profek, but he was correct. Yumpy's sociable. I brought this back into the realms of possibility. Bear in mind, Nats and Paddy are incredibly low on HP, and Paditek peeks and wins the fight. I thought for sure a single bullet would have been enough to take him down. Yumpy's gonna walk right back
wide open, and a kill squad waiting for the peek on A. They're avoiding all the dangers from what we're seeing on this mid approach.
Yeah, only a singular trip, but obviously the rotation from C to B is incredibly fast for this defensive side. A swing here, what, it should be into a firing squad, but Kiko gets both. I thought for sure he'd go down. He was walking into basically the full team. Now with a 2-player advantage, Serial already rotated in towards that broken door. This is a horrific spot for BBL to try and dig themselves out of.
30 seconds.
And look how passive they are as well on Liquid. Right now, BBL are almost playing against themselves. They're sitting there waiting. Because what would they do in this moment? Someone would peek. Someone often does. So instead, they just sit and wait. And as time ticks away, eventually they have to make a move. And that's when Paditek strikes, sensing the presence towards this C site. A beautiful punish. The fact that Serial just sits outside Hobbit, the players sit up in heaven. I mean, this is just perfect play from Liquid.
They spotted Yumpy as well. Oh, they're not going to catch him with the slow. And actually, Yumpy's managed to win that fight. Profek's done well, but it's left all onto the IGO. A couple of low players, but if they time this correctly, it should be impossible, and it will be.
The trap
Serial.
on A with 2 players holding the line, and the rotation of Kiko, well, that was very much Liquid stepping into BBL's trap. Like you said, the firing squad there, and somehow they spring it on BBL. I don't know how he's gotten away with that. And the second they get the advantage, like I said, just super passive, controlled play. You can tell that this is a team playing from the same playbook. They're reading the same hymn sheet, and there is no deviation from the game plan from anyone. No advantages offered up. Those picks need to be taken by BBL, and they've had a tough time doing it again because of just how well Team Liquid are playing together and with each other. 10-6. My 3-0 prediction's not looking good.
Well, they've got off to a strong start here. Armageddon available as well for Sociable, which for the post plant could be huge. They're going to try and use the Annihilation to catch someone out, but actually Serial, this happens quite regularly, where he has that ult in hand and gets killed because of it. Profek is desperately trying to save his teammate, but instead it's Camo and Kiko, the deadly duo, trying to turn the tide. Kiko looking to do everything, but now it's left all onto one. Patatek to try and fight this one back, caught in the air, and Profek does the damage. It's a round that didn't seem at the start of it would go the way of this attack inside, but the quick pace and
Well, this is, I think, going to be the... We're getting close to that big turning point for Team Liquid. Stalling out in a couple of rounds, but now rifles in hand. Ultimates online on both sides of the coin if they're invested here. For either team, I want to be walking out with a victory. I like what Serial's doing. He's trying to catch him off guard with the angle, but Magnum seems acutely aware of this. He's, oh, maybe not. He's spamming in. Steps right to the edge of the cage. He got me worried. It was all just to take down that sensor. A second one put into play with the pressure over on the C site. All this A posturing was just a ruse. It hasn't dragged them out, though. There's still 3 players close by. 4, in fact.
ready, raring to go. And then the bigger thing is Panatek already having that Armageddon online. Instead, it's not going to be utilized first. It's going to be utilized in combination, leaving this attack site completely trapped and trying to scurry away. Even still, though, it's only been the 1 kill. They managed to avoid that utility well, and Yumpy has stepped up when needed. Already finding a double in this round. And for Kiko, he needs to pull off something here. Good work from him and Serial to combine the util and get a kill, but there's still 3 more to find.
Armageddon, the only thing that stepped up for Team Liquid until Kiko got to the site. Low HP on a player on each side. It's a fairly even battle, but Profek quickly dismisses one from the duel. It's Kiko left to do it all. A 4-piece pickup. A defuse. The time against him, and so is Profek. And 9th round now.
The form of some of their individuals has definitely helped out. I think Yumpy with those clutch moments. Levin is just walking through. And well, I guess that's kind of what you get.
It's a curious play. The man hasn't had the best of games, but one who definitely has is Profek. He's been there. I feel like so many times they've gotten the disadvantage, and he's been the one to pull it back. Often not just the one, but he'll be there for at least a second. And the push up on C, the smoke, the Cypher util as well. They have had an easy time so far, but this could be where that changes.
Camo has at least put the favor back for now. The spam on either side has done damage, but neither being dropped. More importantly, though, the spike is yet to be planted, and Yumpy is going to try and hightail it away. Even predicts that Patatek will swing, but takes so much damage. The trade's coming back and forth, but now it's left all onto one. And while the amount of HP that Magnum has should make this impossible, the cross is not happening.
This is going to be the Armageddon put through on the attacking side just for space. You know that's not going to get a pick most of the time. What it will do is get you the plant. Patatek, he's going aggressive. They're starting the retake early. They're looking for the fight, and it looked like BBL weren't ready. Levin, I think, was reloading, but the rest of the squad more than ready to fight. Team Liquid managing a couple back in the other direction, though, and the players left trapped on the site with no way out. The cam put up and immediately broken. They'll not get any info for their trouble. And a two-man push-up around water. They're going to try to isolate a fight. They're going to try to force that 2vx. For now, it's not being offered up. That TP, it should have been heard. Okay, they know. They know there's one player either side. They've got the info. They're going to isolate one instead. It's BBL with the big advantage. A great read by Profek. And I have to say, I think the downfall here being the Team Liquid split.
12 to 11. BBL with a chance to take map number 1, their opponent's choice in the series. Something they did last time around, but in slightly different fashion. It was a dominant performance on split after losing really anywhere near. And they do have a rolling thunder of their own, but it seems like the plan instead is for Magnum to take some additional contact. Definitely getting a little bit further than expected. Already spotting out a freebie onto Serial, and that will reveal where Camo is. Still stunned up in the corner, but he's unstunned as they go to peak. Magnum again, though, will keep this in their favor. Back into a 3v3.
Show me an ult that doesn't hit Levin. And if you do, it's only because he was dead already. Magnum, oh, it's a very audacious position. But he gets exactly what he needs from it. I cannot believe that BBL have made this comeback. A 2 versus 1. Patatek, the only man standing. 10 bullets. 2 opponents to drop, and he won't even get close.